guys, Nick here with Gear Nut, and this is going to be a quick little overview and kind of a little talk about the Leatherman Charge Plus. Now, this is going to be not the Charge TTI, but this is going to be the black oxide aluminum scaled charge. And, you know, you're going to ask yourself, Gear Nut, why in the world did you get this one? Why didn't you go for the S30V for the Charge TTI? And let me tell you exactly why. Here we go. So I already own two Leatherman Charge TTIs, and I absolutely hate the crimper. The crimper has shafted me. I was changing out a starter on my brother's 99 Toyota Corolla, had to remove the upper radiator hose to get that little thing in there. And this little crimper shafted me like nobody's business, trying to crimp down and get that radiator hose clamp pinched and slid. This fought me the whole time. So, Leatherman, I don't like that. I would prefer just a straight needle nose right here, no crimper. If you're going to put a crimper, stick the crimper back here. Make a little part or piece or something and stick a crimper back here, not on the plier real estate. Don't use that for that. No, I don't like it. So that's why I chose to do the Charge. Basically, I'm going to call this the Charge Plus ALX or something like that, because it's the aluminum Charge with, look at that. Isn't that just a beautiful sight, or a sight for sore eyes? For 2 years I have been wanting a Leatherman Wave or a Leatherman Charge with replaceable wire cutters. And Leatherman didn't just take rebar pliers and throw them in. And yeah, Gear Nut actually modded a Leatherman Charge TTI with rebar pliers. I would not recommend that you do this. It voids your warranty. Don't do it. Just buy the one you want. But when I did this, there was none of these. There's no pluses available. So I didn't know they were making this, so I was like, all right, I waited 2 years, I'm not waiting anymore, I'm going to make it. I made it, and now I regret making it because I voided warranties, and basically I made a Frankenstein. But it is what it is. It's okay, it was a fun project, but going back, I would just rather prefer to buy what I need and what I want. So, let's take a look at what you get with the Charge. I guess the Charge Plus. I mean, Leatherman, your little names are kind of weird. It is what it is. You know, I guess I would have called this the Recharged because it's got, you know, replaceable cutters. The Recharge makes sense, but the Charge Plus, I guess the Charge Plus cutters, I guess I can get that, but I mean, come on, really? So when you get your Charge, you're going to get some, I guess you would call it a user guide, which is kind of cool. It gives you a description of what the tools are supposed to be used for. And let's be honest, a multi-tool is not the right tool for every job, and we're going to use it for jobs that it's not supposed to be used for. So a user's guide is kind of ironic on a multi-tool, right? Right? So it is what it is. You're going to get a sheath, and this is the Wave Plus. I'm hopping around a little bit, but it's going to make sense later. This is the Wave Plus. This is the sheath it comes with. We're going to compare the Wave Plus's sheath to the Charge Plus's sheath. And I think the Charge Plus's sheath is probably the best one I've seen yet, but I haven't seen them all. So you're also going to get a Ziploc bag of accessories. Now, this is where you start recouping some of that money. And we're going to get into that a little bit later. The Wave Plus is $99 right now. The price is probably going to change. The price is probably going to inflate a little later this year, and I don't see any way around that. I could be wrong, but I bet you I'm right. So, in this little accessory bag, you get a pocket clip and you get a lanyard. I'm not sure what Leatherman's website or Amazon or wherever you shop sells these for, but you can deduct that from the cost of this tool because you don't have to buy it. So if you're thinking about buying a pocket clip and a lanyard, I guess a lanyard loop, then I would lean a little more towards this. Now, if you're thinking about getting a little, I don't know, a couple extra bits, I guess you should say 6 bits. So you got 2 square bits, you got a flat standard bit, you got a Torx bit, you got Allen keys, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Allen keys or hex key bits. These are the 2Ds. So if you're thinking about buying a Leatherman bit kit, this one already has a couple of them, and I'm not sure on the specifics of these, but this is leaning in the right direction. So you can deduct that from the cost of this tool, which is pretty cool. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes, because let's face it, you're going to get the pliers that we want. And Leatherman, I am so happy that you made a charge with replaceable cutters, 154 cm replaceable cutters, and they are interchangeable with the rebar ones. So here is a rebar, and that rebar just bit me right here. I mean, good golly, the rebar bites. Those pinch points are rough. Ooh, she's tender still. So if I'm acting a little funky, that's probably why. But I took the replaceable cutters off. They work on the Charge Plus. They work on the Wave Plus. They're totally interchangeable. I have an extra set, so they're totally interchangeable, which is really cool. I like to see interchangeable. So if you're wondering, yes, they're the same cutters as the rebar and the Super Tool 300 and the new Surge. They're all the same cutters, so that is what it is, at least to my knowledge at this point. So anyhow, you're going to get that. That's the main reason I would suggest this tool, is the plier upgrade. I consider it an upgrade because you're getting very coarse needle nose pliers, you're getting regular pliers, and you're getting replaceable wire cutters right here. And I like to cut nails in my shop, little finishing nails for projects. It's not a good habit, but I do it, and I'm not going to get away from it. It's a habit. So that is what it is. You're also going to get a full size of scissors, the multi-tool, I guess the medium duty multi-tool scissors, the Leatherman Charge, the Leatherman Wave scissors. These are not great for cutting out coupons, let's face it. You're not going to cut coupons out with these and be happy. But if you have to snip tidbits of skin off, let's say you got like a hangnail or something like that, it'll work. If you have to snip little bits of thread or anything like that, that's what they're for. You know, cutting fishing line and stuff like that. They work great. They work great for cutting paracord. You get your little removable eyeglass screwdriver, one of the most useful tools. I use it all the time, and I adjust clocks with this. Probably 90% of the time I'm adjusting someone's clock, or I'm pushing a reset button, a hard reset button on a device. It is what it is. So the other thing is the standard bit, the medium standard bit, you know, the standard screwdriver. That's a great little improvised pry bar. You're not supposed to do it, but a lot of us do. So that's really cool. And on the other side, you got your can opener, beer bottle opener. That's what I use it for. And wire strippers. I use this at work to install a camera with my boss. Pretty freaking sweet. Not on this specific tool, but it was on, I believe, this one. So yeah, that's right. I have the old Charge as well as the new one, the Charge Plus. And if you're wondering about the bit you get, the 2D bit, it's going to be a number 1-2 Phillips, and it's going to be a 3/16 flathead. And that's going to go right in here. You do have a ruler, you have inch and metric on there as well, which is pretty cool. Now this all nests neatly. You still have your Leatherman file, you have your coarse side, your cross cut, then a diamond file. You have your 420 serrated blade with rescue or gut hook. I guess I use it as a rescue cutter or a paracord cutter or a zip tie cutter. You have your saw. The saw works extremely well. I absolutely love it. The spine is very sharp. So let's lock that out. And all these tools lock. But yeah, you can shave off of anything. I mean, you could use that as a you could use it as a fire steel striker. You could use it to scrape things and take off edges of corners. And this is the main reason you're probably going to want to get this tool. This is a 154 cm steel blade. And I tell you what, I absolutely love the 154 cm. Is it the best steel? No, but it's a step above. This is the Wave Plus. It's a step above the 420. So don't get me wrong. If you carry the Wave Plus and you carry a Benchmade in S30V, this is the Benchmade 940-2. My wife bought it for me. She's the best wife ever. So yeah, it is what it is. But if you carry a dedicated pocket knife, you can get away with carrying the Wave Plus. That's just the simple fact of the universe, because you don't need to have a bunch of different blades and high-end steels. This is a great backup blade. But let's say you leave the house without the Benchmade and you have this. I don't really feel comfortable at that point. 420, I use a knife quite a bit on a daily basis, so I would rather step up to the 154 cm. So that's when you start seeing your money start coming back to you in a return. I absolutely love it. 154 cm, if this was the only knife I had on me, I'm perfectly fine with that. If this is my knife and my multi-tool, I'm perfectly happy. And I also got that rescue cutter blade backup. So that's really cool. I really like that. I got a gut hook here as well. This is the older model. This is the model with those stupid little crimpers. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. So I really like to see the Charge Plus because it has no crimpers. It's got the 154 cm wire cutters, and it's got the 154 cm blade. So you kind of got a 154 cm, I guess, you know, theme going on here. You're matching, which is really cool. Now it gets me to my next point. When I left the Leatherman Super Tool 300, the Leatherman Surge, the Leatherman Wave, and when I left that world and I got into the Charge series, you know, the Charge TTI, the Charge ALX, the Charge Plus, I noticed the washers. So on here, you're going to have bronze phosphorus washers on almost every single pivoting surface, and it's going to make the blades deploy extremely smooth. It's going to be one of the best features and one of the best upgrades. I absolutely love that. It just has a finer multi-tool feel to it. It feels of better quality than the Wave Plus. The Wave Plus is stock, you know. Now you're talking about upgrades. So that's why you would choose to opt for the, I guess you should say, the Charge Plus, because you're going to get. You're going to get very coarse needle nose right here. You guys can see those. Those needle nose are extremely coarse. They got a nice sharp edge to them. They're going to give you that bite, that purchase. You're going to get those cutters. You're going to get the upgraded steels. And I really kind of wish that they kept this little placard, this riveted on placard. It just screams, I don't know, it just has a better accent, I feel. But it is what it is. These are black oxide aluminum coated scales. They have a little noise to them. They have a little feel to them. But after a while, they do break in. I can vouch for that. I like it. So you're going to get an upgraded sheath. It has a, I guess you should say, a elastic pouch on this side for maybe a flashlight. This side's big, and the other side right over here is small. So you get two elastic loops on this pouch. I absolutely love this snap. There's a hollow snap right here. So if you do get dirt and grime into it, it's going to fall through it. And there's a huge stud right here. And this is made in China. If that bothers you, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It feels of quality. I'll keep you updated on it, but I don't think this is going to let me down. So, not a big deal. I'm going to stick that down there. I don't need that now. It's got this back little spot, so check this out. Leatherman is listening to us, guys. Look at that. Now you can carry one bit sleeve with you with your Leatherman Charge Plus. Look at that. And it all comes in the kit. So For the extra $40, I think that you are getting some of that back in features. I don't know if you're exactly getting all of it, but you're getting some of it. So, absolutely love it. If I had to choose between the Leatherman Wave Plus and the Leatherman Charge Plus, I would go with the Leatherman Charge Plus. I feel that you get a better buy, you get more for your money, you get a better blade steel, you get a better fit and finish multi-tool. And in order to take this out, one thing I'm going to tell you is this is super tight. It's brand new. This is the overview, not the total review. But you do have to pull up, up, and out because it's super tight. And it is what it is. So, but anyhow, Leatherman, keep up the fantastic work. I absolutely love it. And for those of you wondering, let's do the plier test. So, who has the best span? The Leatherman Charge Plus or the Leatherman Charge ALX? Well, let's open this up all the way. Here we go. The Leatherman Charge ALX. This is the Leatherman Charge Plus. Let's find out. Let's open this up. Uh-oh. Yep, that's what I thought. So, look at that. Well, the old Leatherman Charge ALX, here, Benchmade me, has a substantial amount more. Check this out. It's cold out here, so I'm shaking. Sorry, guys. But it has a substantial amount more on the plier. So the pliers spread more on the Charge ALX. And I would imagine that's the same for, here we go. That's probably going to be the same story for your Leatherman Charge TTI. Let's check it out, shall we? Why not? So yep, you guys see it right here. You know, I'm lining this up and that up, and yep, your Charge TTI, your Leatherman Charge ALX old school without the cutters has a better plier spread, but it also has that crimper. I really don't like the crimper. I really don't like that. So I hope this helps you guys out. If you're thinking about picking one of these up, I would highly suggest getting the extension bit. This also converts it so you can use the standard hex bits. So this is a converter slash extender. I use this all the time. Anytime I buy a new one of these, I buy a new extension bit, and I also buy a full bit kit, a full flat bit kit. It comes with an extra eyeglass screwdriver. Highly recommend you pick these up as well if you can afford it. If not, I totally understand, but it just maximizes the versatility of this tool. So, if I had to choose between the Leatherman Wave Plus and the Leatherman Charge Plus, I would choose the Charge Plus. I think that the $40, you do recoup some of that value. You know, you do get some bits, you get your lanyard loop, you get your pocket clip, and you get a better, in my opinion, a better belt holster. So, that's what I got. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment section below if you have any questions. Once again, it does use the same cutters as the Leatherman rebar. So if you're wondering about the size, same cutters. So you can change those out, order them, they're available, and I can tell you that they are super tough. So that's what I got. Nick here with Gear Nut. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment section below, blow it up. I'm gonna have 2 links to where you can go buy these. I hope they're still in stock. I bet you they're not. Hit them up. I got both of these from BladeHQ. I don't get any money for that whatsoever. I do these videos for you guys. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll check you guys later.